Mega juicy update on the XRP ETF. Oh, we've got some conditions. It's got a good chance of happening too. We'll also talk Sailor. He's not buying. But it's not Bitcoin. It's something else. We're going to talk about that. Price action along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And if you stay to the end, I'm going to have some Tarkov play going on for you, kiddos. A little pew-pew action. Green up on the screen. Yeah, I know it was more green while I was in Guatemala. I can't help that. I'm already planning my trip back. Maybe the market will pump then. I don't know if I want to wait that long, though. But we got to talk about big things with Sailor. What about XRP and that ETF? That's right, November 13th, but there's a catch. There's one thing in the way, but I don't know. Might be in our favor. Now, before we get into that hot news, you know the deal. You were the viewer and you matter most. So, Manny Martinez says, I enjoyed the later in the day updates as I'm on the West Coast. Good stuff. Thank you. Yeah. What did y'all think about when I was in Guatemala? My last video was pretty late in the day. Did that work for a lot of y'all? Let me know down below. East Coasters and European friends too. How did the timing work for you while I was in Guatemala? He says, first, thumbs up on that shit today. Coffee, GDP. New York deer are huge compared to the South Carolina puppies. You see, for real, the deer down here are like the size of my dogs. I got really big fucking dogs, but deer should be bigger than that. When I was in Illinois, Wisconsin, South Dakota, and Iowa, yeah, I lived in all those fun states. Guess what? We had big-ass deer, big racks, and big sacks. Jeremy Touche's hanging out, says Klaus. I've been telling you for the past couple years that we need crypto with Klaus merch. T-shirts, etc. Yes, let's get some merch going. Seeing, I've got a poll down below. Let me know if you'd really be into it. I know a lot of people like aren't into it, but for the people that are, but like, would you really get something if I came out with something cool? Take a little bit of effort, but I think I can make something nice. And not something like where you wouldn't want to wear it. Something you'd want to wear it outside. A cool logo. Something where like if people saw you, they'd be like, dude, I know it's up. But like, you know, it'd be kind of like incognito. Nothing like gaudy. Nothing stupid or cringy. Bitcoin, 109,986 ETH is 3849 XP at 252. While BNB's at under 11 at 1084. 8 is at 61 cents. Melting faces, Mr. Hoskins. No! Acquisitions, though, are melting them down. We're seeing a little bit of a rebound in the market, though, but we're also seeing some letdown. Look at hbar. 19.4 cents. hbar almost erasing the big gains that it made from its ETF announcement. So, XRP ETF on the 13th, right? But, all matters if one condition is met, and we'll get to it. Altcoin season, kind of 32 out of 100. At least we're warming up a little bit. I mean, let's be real here. Look at the altcoin season. At least we're kind of slowly clawing our way on up. Man, things were way juicy back in September. What happened on that action? Then you have Sailor saying Michael Sailor's strategy. Oh, I almost said MicroStrategy. Won't pursue Bitcoin treasury acquisitions for now. They're not talking about buying BTC. They're talking about BTC generating firms like merger and acquisition activity. Generally, we don't have any plans to pursue any M&A activity, even if it might seem accretive, he said. These things tend to drag out for 6 to 12 months, and what might look like a good initial deal may not hold up over time. Basically, what Sailor is saying is, you know, let's just stay on the path that we're at. And there's some people out there, though, that are like, bro, this is total bullshit, like Peter Schiff. Because basically what Peter Schiff is saying is, well, hold on. Let's get back to what Sailor said, and this is going to make sense, okay? We're going to talk about what Sailor said, why he's defending the whole Bitcoin and strategic reserve strategy, the whole thing, right? Because remember, you're going to have players doing the XRP strategic reserves, and this applies to everyone. The principle is the same. Schiff has got a very interesting point, and that's why he talked about making money. Despite ruling out near-term acquisitions, Sailor left room for flexibility. I don't think we would ever say never. Never ever, he remarked. Our focus right now is on selling digital credit, improving the balance sheet, and buying Bitcoin. Okay. You want to get a little bit of Sailor action earnings call? You don't, but I have it linked down below. Either way. Now, Schiff comes out, and this is today, all right? This is what's happening right now. Schiff comes out, and he's like, the earnings are just paper gains tied to Bitcoin's recent rally, not a genuine positive business performance. And that's what I've been talking to y'all about, is look, you need to make money in this world. You can't just buy crypto and hodl and that's your business. No, because you can't guarantee the upward nature of things. It just doesn't work that way, especially in a wild, volatile market like this. Especially if you don't get the regs that the government shutdown is going to continue. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's what it has to do with the XRP ETF. So Schiff is like, yo, your strategy is just hoping Bitcoin goes up. So as a company, you don't make money. So if Bitcoin goes down, you're not making a product, you're not selling a service or anything enough to generate income. You're just tied to BTC. I know. So when it comes to people doing the XRP reserve, you could be a shitty company. You could be a shitty company that buys XRP. What if you were a shitty company, say like a year ago, okay? Bought some XRP. And all of a sudden, you're still a shitty company. And your XRP is worth a little bit more. Did that bail your business out? Well, only if you sell it, right? Only if you take a loan on it. Only if you do something with it. Now, if your business, let's just say, bought some XRP in the last 6 months. And you're doing really shitty. And you're like, yo, this is going to get us through to the promised land. We're running into financial problems now, but we're going to be an XRP treasury company. And your business still sucks and is losing money, and XRP went down during those 6 months, and you don't have enough cash to weather the storm, and no one's going to give you a loan on that shit because you don't got regaronies. Well, then you're as a business, right? Your shitty business is still crappy, even though you bought a crypto reserve. So it's really interesting here that a lot of these people out here, these financial analysts, and myself included, and honestly, you should be included in this too, you can't just buy a crypto and do nothing with it. You still have to make some money as a business. So if the asset you're speculating in goes down, you still got something coming in. Let's keep learning. The crypto market volume is 174 billion right now. Okay, not bad. Canary Capital updates its XRP ETF application, eyeing a November 13th launch date. Here's the deal with that. Canary Capital has removed the delaying amendment in its ETF filing, signaling that the 20 days would kick in when everyone the 13th. Now here's the deal. Eleanor Tourette's got the deets for you. Her information is linked down below. She's also live right now on X, throwing it out there. She says, look, the deal is Canary Capital filed an amended S1 last Friday. You go 20 days forward, they did the whole, oh, guess what, government? If you don't give us an answer in 20 days, we get the automatic approval. Uno reverse card. So fuck your shutdown. That's basically what this is. XRP will get the ETF if the shutdown continues through November 13th. So you're sitting here going, well, wait a minute. Government shutdown means no regs. That sucks. But government shutdown means the ETF will automatically get approval. Fuck. Like, you've got like one good and one bad thing going on. So it's kind of a, I don't know, like we all get kind of bent, but we all kind of get it at the same time. It's a really weird situation. So right now, what could stop this would be the government getting back in, right? Getting funded again. And the SEC fires up and catches up with this application. It's like, nope, sorry, we can't approve that because you need to put X, Y, and Z in. Yeah. So your whole thing right now, and what I'm thinking is, well, wait a minute. Government gonna get shut down past the 13th of November? Probably. The odds right now are saying yes. So that would mean an XRP ETF automatic approval on the 13th of November. I don't know. I'd kind of like to see regs too. I think a lot more money will flow with regs. I don't think this is going to be like super, super juicy. I mean, it's going to be cool. I think you're going to have like a buy the rumor, sell the news thing. I mean, like, look at what happened with the hbar ETF. Sol's ETF launch, that was big, nothing burger. So we'll pay attention. In terms of price action, we're warming back up right now. I like this. I like this. From the lows of the 240s, we're climbing our way back up. Volume for XRP, $5.2 billion. Not too bad on this October 31st, Thanksgiving. I got my orange background on, and don't forget I'm putting a little Tarkov action in the back. But right now, you got to ask yourself, you want the shutdown to continue through the 13th so XRP can get its ETF? But then again, if you want that, that means we're not getting regs. And I think more money flows with regs. I'd rather see regs here first rather than the ETFs, right? Because think, people are going to put more money into the ETFs once the product that's being ETF'd is regulated. So yeah, there's that. Happy fucking Halloween. Now remember, we got like 20 XRP ETFs in the queue, and there's some juicier ones, way juicier than the Canary one, but it'd still be cool to see one, right? I mean, It did help hbar a little bit, and then you saw what happened. A little pumperoni dumperoni. Buy the rumor, sell the news. You know, we know how that all goes. Government shutdown. So do I want the government shutdown to go on to give an XRP ETF, to maybe give XRP like that little spikeroni? Or would I rather see the government shutdown ending sooner, giving us regs? Yeah, I'd rather see the shutdown sooner. You know, just throwing it out there. That's pretty much where we stand right now. The government decided to take the weekend off. Maybe they're fucking trick-or-treating. Maybe their costume is people that actually work. I don't know. That was a really crappy joke. Either way, I'm going to leave it at that. I've got Tarkov action at the end, a little bit of pew-pew, and I think that might have to do with a little bit of Pop-Tarts here coming up soon. No. No.
Пацан готов. Заслужили! Вот он! Вылезай давай, нахрен вылезай!
And if you were wondering if I was going to say it, well, of course, but here's the end of the video. Choo choo, bitches.